Thanks for staying with us on DD India. We're now taking you live to Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi, where Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankhar, is addressing the gathering at the culmination of 40 years of FICCI Ladies Organization.
Out for public service. Politics is too tough for me. And this is strange after having been a member of parliament, a union minister, a member of the assembly. Tough, but that is correct. President FLO, Sudhasri Kumarji, we have a strong connect. One, same fraternity of lawyers. She is a lawyer, so am I. But there is another very impactful connect we have. She has had the occasion to work in the office in which Shri Arvind Datar worked. A senior advocate and a jurist, a man of impeccable, unimpeachable credentials. In the profession, Shri Arvind Datar defines ethics and professionalism. This connect will be lasting. Joyshri Das Vermaji, President-elect. It's very good that elections take place timely here. They take place wholesomely. They do not generate the heat. They don't strain the air conditioner. That's very soothing. What a delightful moment. The founder president, Abba Dalmiaji, is here. A rare occasion for all of us. If in the 40th year, we could have the benefit of the founder president, I have had occasions to interact with her earlier as well. Executive Director, Rashmi Shritaji, every member of the FLO present here, my greetings to you all. And I can tell you, this is not an ordinary interaction. It is interaction where people are present who can be epicenter of big change, can transform and catalyze. They have done it. They can do it further. I have in my life ever remembered the people who shaped my career, took me to this place. As luck would have it, the prominent place is only of your gender. I recollect the spinal strength of my Nani. She died at the age of 100. Believed in herself. She became a widow when my mother was 6 months old. A lady well gifted and believed in dignity of womanhood. My grandmother, not educated or worldly wise. From her I learned a degree is not 100% substitute of knowledge. Knowledge can be there without degree. My mother, and then two women, Dr. Sudesh Dhankhar, look simple but formidable. Has a mind of her own. I have to be always alert, and she is the watchdog. She has taught my daughter the same thing. So I keep on telling some of my colleagues in the profession, I know how to face tough situations. And the only way to overcome tough situations is that you be reasonable, rational, and agree to what is correct. Quite often, I have to suffer an observation that what I am today is due to my wife, educated at Manasri Vidyapith, graduated, post-graduated, and a PhD. But then it is correct. Ask your spouses. They will say the same thing about you. Tell them to pick up courage to publicly acknowledge it. Because those who are present in this hall at the moment, a hall that signifies India's developmental rise, our global reach, exponential growth, technological penetration, your contribution will make it incremental and geometric. In last few months, I have had the occasion to interact with various chapters of your organization. Dynamic members from Bangalore, Kanpur, and Jammu chapter. I have had the occasion to meet some of them, otherwise also. I'll make reference in particular. I have had the occasion to meet the founding president also. Ritu Singh and Adishri. I picked them out because of Dr. Karan Singh. I had the occasion to know him from 1989 when I was elected to Parliament. I was so greatly touched then when he invited me for lunch. One of them was present. So me and my wife have a very strong connect with your organization. 4 decades is not a long time to make an impact. You have done it. And I'm sure you are significant part of Marathon March for Bharat at 2047. Before concluding, I'm not concluding at the moment, but before concluding, I'll solicit your support. I'll come to that later. At a time when the nation is witnessing unprecedented exponential rise in economy and development, your organization has enough to contribute. You are doing it. There were no women CEOs at all in Fortune 500 companies until 1972. Imagine the state of affairs globally. Not a single woman CEO in Fortune 500 companies. Today, this is 50, 10%. You have to claim your position. You have to go a long way. And your claiming this position and rightful place will augur well for economic stability, societal growth, and harmony. No one can disagree that gender equality, women empowerment, and women-led development, they are fundamental to just society. Society where there is justice and no inequities. It brings about equality of a great nature. In a sense, when you empower women, you are investing in the present. You are investing in the future. You are investing for the family. You are investing for society. As a matter of fact, you are investing for the entire planet. By promoting equal opportunities, breaking down barriers, and amplifying the voices and achievements of women, we create a society that is not only fairer and more just, but also prosperous, and more importantly, sustainable. Honorable members of FLO, in recent years, series of affirmative policy measures have been taken by the government. And these have fostered an environment where every woman can thrive. This has yielded fruits, with women participating, getting enhanced in every facet of governance. There is increasing workplace culture that champions diversity and inclusion. Diversity in the workplace, and mark my words, when there is diversity in workplace, diversity of gender, diversity of age, diversity of background, this will lead to greater creativity and innovation. Some of the best academic institutions of the world have flourished only because there is representation from all over the globe. When Bharat is experiencing upbeat mood, let me take you to 1989. I was a member of parliament. I was a union minister. I had to suffer the pain, anguish, a demeaning situation that our gold had to be physically airlifted. It was taken in a plane to be placed to 2 banks in Switzerland to sustain our financial credibility. And where are we today? Being involved with business aspects, you know, our foreign exchange is not a cause of worry. We have sometimes a week, a jump in foreign exchange can be over $6 billion. And in 1990, we were short of even $2 billion. That's where we have come up. The mood is upbeat. India, our Bharat, home to 1/6 of humanity, is known as a land of hope and possibility. Women are reclaiming their rights. The system is helping them because women are known for indomitable perseverance, vigorous efforts, and transformative vision. Look at the times we are living in. Srimati Draupadi Murmu's election as President of Bharat is electrifying and transformative. For the first time ever, 1.4 billion democracy, the oldest democracy, the most functional democracy, the largest democracy is led by a tribal woman. It is satisfying that multi-pronged efforts to ensure that women from all walks of life are uplifted. These efforts are bearing fruits. Today, there is no walk of life, no facet of governance, no facet of business where women are not excelling. There is now permanent commission for women in the armed forces, something that was unthinkable. They are in combat positions. They are fighter pilots. I am a product of Sainik School, Chittorgarh. I joined Sainik School in 1962. Never imagined girls will be joining Sainik School. They are joining Sainik schools now. Our progress is to that extent that at Mathura we have a Sainik School only for girls. We really have come a long way. If we go to statistics, India's share of female pilots in civil aviation is amongst the highest in the world. And this is twice as much as the US. That is the share of Indian civil pilots, female pilots. I went to ISRO along with Dr. Sudesh. I was amazed. The number of female scientists they have. I met a group of women who contributed massively to the success of Chandrayaan-3. Congratulations to you all for having shattered the ceiling. And you know it. It takes a huge effort for a rocket to take off. You took off 40 years ago. It takes a huge effort to come out of the gravitational force. You are out of it. Therefore, not the sky but space is the limit. I have no doubt you will do so, contributing for the nation. September 2023 was a historic month. 1/3 reservation for women in Parliament, Lok Sabha, and state legislatures was structured. The effort was there for over 27 years. It did not succeed. But that effort has succeeded. Look at what will happen now. In Lok Sabha, 1/3 women plus more. It can never be less than 1/3 because that is reserved in state legislatures. You will therefore have the opportunity to be part of policy formulation, and that will change the course of history of the globe. This is an epochal development. When there was debate in Rajya Sabha, I thought I must do something that can impact your gender. It was taken up in Rajya Sabha. I made 17 women parliamentarians to sit in my chair. 17. I ensured the table office was all of your gender. This sent a huge message. But what I came to understand later on was that each of the women parliamentarian who sat in my chair exemplified highest standards. They indicated they could occupy this chair for time to come. That is the beginning. It is important for us that we push towards making the whole system more gender responsive and gender sensitive. This holds good not only for Parliament, for all institutions. We have seen situations where by and large the other gender to which I belong has a tendency to dominate, carried by a false sense of superiority. That myth has been demolished. And when you are made to lose a ground, it is not easy. But the good thing is, in our country, this is taking place in a systemic manner. To change a country of our size is not easy. But visionary Prime Minister Narendra Modi took it to himself that I will care for the girl child. Beti Padhao. I will ensure there must be toilet in every house. You come from a very elevated society, but by your organization, you are deeply connected to the ground reality. You are helping those women, so you know what is absence of a toilet in a house. What is meant by absence of a gas connection in the house? What is meant by not being a tap water in the house? All these big ticket changes have come in this country, all aimed at empowering women. India is the only country in the world that has constitutionally structured democracy at all levels: village, panchayat, district, state, and center. Women who had the occasion to participate in panchayat and municipalities, they are now ready to become members of the assembly. They are trained to be members of Lok Sabha. This legislation will prove a boon to them. In the process, boon to the country. Economic transformation takes place when women work. More and more women, if they start working, as entrepreneurs, as corporate heads, or contributing in any manner they feel appropriate, economy will get quantum jump. We are at the moment at a point in our country that we are futuristic in our outlook. The country is focusing on quantum computing. The country is focusing on green hydrogen mission. We are grappling with disruptive technologies. When I thought, for my position, I should be more informed about these technologies, a presentation was made to me. I can share it with you. It was by 3 women scientists, so passionate about their work, in a missionary mode. Then I got an idea that we were thinking for a long time that STEM, science, technology, maths, engineering, your gender is keeping away. No longer. You are a spinal strength also of STEM. And if you exploit it, the day is not far when your family members who are in business will come to know your innovation power, your strength to guide them, your strength to show them that these are the areas in which you can engage. Promoting women's economic justice and closing gender gap in the world, they are key to sustainable development. We need sustainable development. We are having existential challenges in the shape of climate change, environment, and otherwise. Sustainable development can take place only and only when your gender, women, have a rightful place to contribute. They don't need any accelerated system to make their contribution. They only look for overcoming the handicaps. The handicaps are age-old barriers. They used to be earlier confined to the family. Don't move out of the house. That is gone. Now they are confined to your partners also. Oh, she might go ahead of me. But now I think all are reconciled. Fully exploit your potential. Realize your aspirations. That I am sure you will do. I must come to now what I have to request you. And I am doing it because if I look around, parliamentarians, governance models, politicians, associations, I find your tribe, your gender is more eminently suited to bring about this transformation. Our commitment to nationalism has to be taught by you. We have to be nationalistic in our approach. There is no option but to be nationalistic. If there is a voice against nationalism, such a narrative has to be nipped in the bud. But economic nationalism is quintessential facet of nationalism, of our economy. No one knows better than people present here, your gender, what a great price we are paying for importing items that are available in this country. Right from chairs, carpets, toys, curtains, all kinds of items we are purchasing from other countries, importing them. They can be made here, but you can motivate a system. You can generate an ecosystem whereby we have a consensus. We shall not import an item which is made in this country, merely because financially it is advantageous. Can you compromise economic nationalism only because you will get some financial advantage? If your group forms a think tank, I can assure you, the foreign exchange drain because of this avoidable import of items which are made here will be more than hundreds of billions of dollars. You will be contributing greatly to our foreign exchange by persuading everyone, including your consorts, that let us believe in economic nationalism. Let us not yield to the temptation of making quick buck or fast money at the cost of our nation. Tell them the two disadvantages. One disadvantage is the moment you import an item that can be made here, you are snatching work from hands of people, adversely impacting employment potential of this country. And secondly, you are coming in the way of entrepreneurship growth. Suppose some of you are engaged in making these items which can be imported from outside. They may have a tendency to dump here. There may be some financial advantage. But look at the kind of adverse impact it will have on your contribution, on nation's economy. And I'm sure if you and your members decide, ultimately who is doing it? The larger public is not doing it. This is being done and accomplished by people we know. A small category of people is doing it. You can sensitize them. You can imbibe in them a spirit of nationalism. That let us believe in local is vocal. Be vocal about local. Believe in Swadeshi. And secondly, which you all will appreciate, imagine raw material leaving our sites. India is a country that exports raw material. No country would export raw material for money. We must add value to our raw material. We must add value in this country that will generate employment. These two aspects, I can tell you, there is no better audience to make this appeal than the audience, the benefit of which I have today. And I'm sure you will act as ambassadors for this country in promoting economic nationalism. Through your august organization and individuals also, you can shape the course of the corporates, course of the industry, course of business and commerce and trade. And once this catches up, trust me, it will be geometric. All of you are accomplished leaders. Otherwise, the family would not have allowed you to step out of the safe havens. You have chosen to do so. Chosen to do so with adaptability, with acceptability, and with impact. And now that it has been structured, it has made headway. With each step, the headwind is dying down. This headwind will be supporting you if you engage beyond what you plan to do and engage for nation building. The entire world is stunned at our growth. The entire world never imagined India's economy will be at this rise. We'll have this kind of infrastructure, such kind of highways, such kind of technological penetration, that our direct digital transactions are 4 times the transactions of USA, UK, France, and Germany taken together. Our per capita internet consumption per capita is more than that of USA and China taken together. Just a decade ago, you are 40-year-old, when you were 30-year-old as an organization, India was a country in fragile five. And look at where we are. We are in big five, head of Canada, UK, France. In 2 years, we'll be head of Japan and Germany. But that's not our goal. Our goal is to be at number one. Our target is Bharat 2047. In Amrit Kal, firm foundations are being laid. You can see it all around. This place itself is an indication. And therefore I appeal to you. Be in proactive mode. Everything will fall in line. Take note of nation's interest. Mold opinion of everyone in industry, trade and commerce, in big corporates, and you'll find it. I was happy that you have MOUs with lot many organizations. But let us reflect also. There is so much in this country. And for that, I invite all of you to visit Parliament building. At your comfort, I'll designate an officer. The number and details will be shared with the President and President-elect. Am I right? Right time to select. Yes. And there you will have the occasion. If you come in batches, that will be more gratifying. But even if you come as a group, as big as this one, we are ready even tomorrow. I am grateful for making available to me this great platform, because I know a mother can bring a big change, a wife can bring a big change, a daughter can bring a big change, a sister can bring a big change. But if they converge, the change will be transformative. The change will be amazing, and that change will help us reclaim the status Bharat had thousands of years ago. That is, to be a global leader in thought, in action, in knowledge, and for the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President.
That was Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankhar, reiterating the importance of gender equality and women-led development for a just society. He cited the example of President of India, Draupadi Murmu's selection as transformative. He also elaborated on the achievements of women at the culmination event of 40 years of FICCI Ladies Organisation. FICCI Ladies Organisation is the women wing of the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, FICCI, in India. That's it in this broadcast. News and updates continue on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Thanks for watching.